Jake, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Keith. It's great to be on your podcast. Appreciate it.
I'm excited to talk to you. And this is one of the reasons why I love what I do for Venture Fizz. And it's companies like AB Corp that we're going to talk about. And it's a fintech company in Boston that does so many things that you're going to share. But one of the things is if you've ever used tap to pay with your credit card, it's likely that AB Corp is involved in all that technology and making that happen. So let's just talk a little bit about AB Corp, broader, what you guys do.
Sure. So you're right. We are a secure products company. It's very likely that you have three, four cards in your wallet that we've manufactured and power all the technology behind it, whether it's securely activating it or tapping it at a point of sale or adding it to a digital wallet. We're powering the technology and the physical manufacturing of those products. We do payments, we do secure access, and we have a very large and growing additive manufacturing capability. So we do 3D printing or 3D manufacturing here on site as well.
So it's a company that just like when I learned about AB Corp, I'm like, how do I not know about this company? And what's even better about learning about AB Corp is its history. And this is not just, hey, we've been around for a few years. This is like deep-rooted 230-year history of the company.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 230-year-old company. We actually have Paul Revere on our org chart, which is kind of wild to see. We originally started, AB Corp started as a American banknote and a number of subsidiaries that rolled into this company. But one of the very first things that we did was securely print America's first national currency. And really, we've continued that legacy today. We still do a ton of work with the U.S. government. We make secure identity products, so the U.S. passport ID. If you've ever purchased stamps outside of a postal office, we manage the Stamps to Go program with them, and we work with really customers in a wide range of businesses.
So it's just, and it's so fitting that this company's in Boston because of the history parallels. So, like, what's the scale of the company, like size or whatever you could
Mhm.
share?
Sure. So we operate 7 sites globally. We do, the range of customers that we work with are really pretty neat. And we've got facilities here in Boston. We actually won Manufacturer of the Year last year in Massachusetts, which is kind of fun. We have sites in Toronto and elsewhere in North America. We're global, and we have sites in Australia and New Zealand and beyond. We're working with customers across the globe, fintechs and neobanks like Chime and Grit, and others, Neo in Canada, that are launching, their own secure payment products. I mentioned the U.S. government. If you've been in New York City recently, we manufacture and produce the Omni card. So if you ride the metro, that's us. On our 3D side, we do work with robotics and orthotics, prosthetics. We actually make cranial helmets for babies that have plagiocephaly. Really just to correct head abnormalities, and some of those things are completely treatable. Really, it's neat to have the kind of impact that we have globally, with our clients. So that's pretty neat.
Well, you mentioned the Omni card in New York, so I'm like, I have to show mine.
There you
So
go. That's
there's
us.
so what's the latest at the company? Like what like the company has so much history, but there's so much advancement in terms of where the company's going. So what's the latest?
Yeah, it's neat, and it's also a lot of people ask us, everything's going digital, and you're still doing secure manufacturing, and I think it's really interesting because many of our clients, if we're talking about fintechs or neobanks or some of these companies or large credit card processing companies, they are primarily digital first companies. And so the physical products that we manufacture for them are, in some cases, their main or only, it's only the physical manifestation of the brand for them, right? Like it's their one product that they get to put out into their customers' hands and really represent what they're about. So the quality has to be really high, the execution has to be really good. At the same time, we are going digital and we're doing more and more digital work, whether it's digital wallet capabilities, activation, point of sale, digital capabilities, and more.
All right, so obviously AI is everywhere, and everybody's curious about how companies are leveraging AI. So, where does AB Corp stand in that realm?
Such a great question. Keith, this is a really fascinating time that we're going through right now. Uh, Many people are saying AI is that you no longer need people, and that AI is just going to take over and serve as your product and engineering function. And I think it's really the complete opposite. Now is the time that we need to invest in people that have native AI skills and that are learning, and because we're all learning these AI capabilities now. And I think it's the perfect time to be investing in people and empowering them, right? I'm a big fan of the Marty Kagan empowered product team concept, right? If we empower our product leaders, our engineers, our designers, and give them the resources and the tools and the right problems to solve, I think great things can come out of that. And we're a big believer in AI capabilities here, and the ability for us to accelerate and transform our business using those tools. So, great question, and it's a fascinating journey that we're on right now with AI.
Now, you're the company's chief product officer. So, what's it like working at the company? What's the day to day like?
Sure, it's fascinating because I come from enterprise software as a service background, right? I spent the last 9 years at SAP and working on commerce products and travel and expense products, and coming here with a large manufacturer, it's really neat. I thought SaaS was challenging. Manufacturing is really fascinating and quite challenging, and the thing that's really great about it is that we are a 230-year-old company. We're operating at scale. We've been around for a long time, and we have a really storied legacy. But at the same time, we're acting as a startup. We are rethinking and reimagining many aspects of our business, figuring out how we can digitally transform, how we can enable our clients to really grow their business. And so, in a way, we kind of think of ourselves as a 230-year-old fintech startup, and it's neat to really be involved in that culture.
Now, top tier talent, they always have options in front of them for their career. So, why should AB Corp be on the radar for somebody?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think on one hand, the opportunity and challenge that we have is really, really neat. Large companies, when you're joining a large company, it's sometimes challenging to have, real impact or to see your ideas come to life. Here, we are a small, we're a global company, but it really gives our team members the opportunity to really make a difference. And I talked about the impact that we're having with our customers on a global scale. We need builders, we need owners who can come in and really see the opportunities and help us grow our business. This is a place where ideas go to come to thrive, I would say. And that's a real big part of why we reached out to you, Keith, and why it's important that we're on Venture Fizz. We want employees joining us that are bringing that kind of a mindset, a builder mindset, a startup mentality.
Well, if you are interested in exploring opportunities at AB Corp, you need to go to their company page on VentureFizz, which has all their job listings. Go to venturefizz.com/AB Corp, and you'll find their jobs there. Jake, thanks so much for taking us through all the details on the company.
Absolutely. Keith, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.